why did you end the life, man? This guy. Hey, yo, Congo.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I hope you doing good, bro.
Good, good, man. Where you from?
I'm from Mother Earth, my boy. I'm from the U.S. of A, my boy.
You from where?
The U.S. of A,
The U.S. Where?
the United States of America.
Oh, the USA. Okay.
Yes, bro.
Why you talking like that, man?
Because, bro, your prompt look goofy as hell.
That's not my problem, man.
It still look goofy as hell. Where's the host at, bro?
That nigga is busy right now,
This
bro.
dude must be super educated, bro.
Huh? He's in bed right now. He's with his girl.
He just commented in the fucking chat. Why did I come up, bro? Cause you fucking uneducated as fuck, bro. You don't know shit, bro. And if you from America, bro, you fucking a little shithead, bro. Fuck you. Alright?
Hey, he's with his girl, man. I got kicked off, man. I don't know why I got kicked off.
Nah, real shit, bro. Real fucking shit, bro.
What?
There's educated people in this world and they get fucking money. Alright? And then there's people in this world who are uneducated and won't shut their fucking dirty ass mouth, okay? And make no fucking money. Never met a fucking real teacher in their entire fucking life. Okay? They don't know how old the fucking Arabism in Africa is. They don't know fucking shit. They never been to fucking Ethiopia or nothing like this, probably. They're fucking little bitches. Fuck them. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Seriously.
Are you YT? This nigga, why did you drop him, bro? He's YT. You can tell how he speaks. He's YT. Soft ass. All right. Why did you? Wait, are you? Where
Yo,
are you? Somali?
Eritrean.
MashaAllah, you have a beautiful name, bro.
Appreciate it. Where you from?
I'm Somali, man.
Where's the host?
He's in bed, bro. He's he's with his girl right now, man. That nigga's busy.
Alright. What's with the prompt though?
Bro, nobody ever addresses that problem, bro. We always be talking about different shit.
Now, I do think there's an Arabization issue.
Go ahead, speak your mind, brother.
Because I think, people, they're conflating Islam with Arabic culture, So, like, they think everything that's Arab is Islamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this one Somali guy I've been seeing lately. He's been posting about it.
That weird guy that believes in,
He
bro.
he kind of seems like a liberal Muslim. I don't want to say he's a murtad, but he's like,
He's not Muslim, man.
is he?
That guy, there's an agenda behind that. So first of all, all these people that are educated in the West, they take on this Western ideology. They start speaking about shit they don't know of. When he's talking about the ancient history of the Somalis, there's stuff that the guy's confused about. So like that's at that time, bro. There was a lot of devil worshiping. You know what I mean? We had ancient religions that are like Wak, for example, where
Yeah, I
we
heard about that. Yeah.
where we believe there were many gods. Some even claim to be gods. That's just uh, Asr Jahiliyyah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we went through that period of realizing we were wrong. You know what I mean? And what we were doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and we had like we were ancient people. So in the Horn of Africa, there were a lot of times we were proven wrong. You know what I mean? Like during the time of Moses, uh, uh, Moses, he was in East Africa. He had a Cushitic wife or a Somali wife. We saw what happened in Egypt. That was an experience. You know what I mean? During the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he came to East Africa also. And so we know the difference between knowledge and ignorance. You know what I mean? We've been there for so long. We have seen it. We went through stone and like paganism. We went through a period of when we Islam, Christianity. We have experienced all religions. You know what I mean? But for him to say, "Oh, this is wrong and that is right," that's just, to me, he doesn't know much about WAP and what it is, and that that devil worshiping and stuff like that. I believe in ancient Egypt there were a lot of devil worshiping, just like in today in the United States. If you go to like the ruling power and you like the ruling circle, they do a lot of devil worshiping. Do you believe that? There's a
Yeah, I
lot.
believe in it. Yeah.
So it's not rocket science. You know what I mean? You can, if you look at Hollywood, what's happening there. If you look at You know, where like if you just do your research, you'll find out, okay, that you hear the term selling your soul to the devil a lot. You know what I mean? And they do a lot of ancient Egypt stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just, bro, it's not a. But we went through that period also. You know, Africans this stuff that's happening here. I believe it started in Africa, in Egypt, and even in Babylon. There were a lot of devil worshipping.
Yeah, that's how the Talmud was made, you know?
Yeah, but there was always two powers: the devil worshiper, and then someone comes with the knowledge of Allah, with the knowledge of God, and the and destroys that whole thing. We've seen it in ancient Babylon, where you had Nimrod, who was doing the devil worshiping, and then Abraham, who destroyed that kingdom, and then you see in Egypt again, who was doing the devil worshiping, the pharaohs, who was against it. Moses, what was he using? He was using knowledge from Allah. Who ends up winning? Moses. And then so it was always like that, bro. And so that when it comes to those two forms of knowledge, there was a time we had that devil worshiping form of knowledge, and then we took on the knowledge of, you know, Allah, that knowledge, and we like this better. You hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I think, you know, that Somali guy, because I think both sides are kind of extreme. Like, there's like one side, there's like, they hide behind the Arabism, but they're actually Islamophobic.
Yeah, they're Islamophobic. Yeah,
But then also there's an issue, like a lot of Muslims, they try to act Arab. Like, obviously we pray in Arabic, you know? Like, our Quran is in Arabic, you know?
yeah.
Wow.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but like, they act like we got to wear khamis, like jalabiya and that, you know, when we pray, and we got to wear the egal and everything, which isn't
So
true, you
first
know?
of all, that's not Arab culture. That's Muslim. There's difference between Muslim culture and Arab culture, in my opinion. And for example, the hijab, that's from the Quran,
Yeah,
or
hijab is from Quran, yeah.
yeah,
I agree. Covering the aura is part of Islam,
yeah, yeah. So
but the
yeah, and the Arabs, the old Arabs, they didn't used to do that, but it just came with the religion. It came with the Prophet, and there are Muslim names, um, and it's okay, like. So my point is, bro, he asked us a question: how are indigenous East Africans practicing devil worshipping? So, for example, indigenous East Africans, they used to worship Wap, and even ancient Egyptians used to call the East Africans uh, land of the gods. They used to call East Africa land of the gods. So they believed that if you do your research, if you look up Punt, you will find out that ancient Egyptians used to worship these people literally. And so that's devil worshiping, bro. You cannot claim to be God, bro. That's wrong. That's you're tripping. And so this is what we used to do, bro, and we're not proud of it. That is our history. Uh Even Queen Hatshepsut herself, she believed that her her ancestors are from that land, from from East Africa. Most pharaohs believed they came from East Africa, and they looked at East Africa like a sacred land, the land of the gods they referred to. And so, that being said, there were a lot of stuff in ancient Egypt uh, that had to do with devil worshiping, bro. Just like in the United States, there's a lot of that. Every kingdom, I feel like every superpower has to use. There's only two forms that these kingdoms or these superpowers are using. You're either using the way of God, the way of Allah, and or you're either using you're either with Allah or you're with the devil. Those two, bro. You cannot be in between. There's no such a thing as in between.
of course.
So if there were superpowers that were with Allah, there were superpowers that were with the devil. Babylon, with the devil. Ancient pharaohs with the devil. During the Greeks with the devil. Uh, come to the British with the devil. Come to Islamic period with Allah.
Yeah.
Because look, um, if you look at the history, the Middle East was not the way it is. Like it was peaceful. It was under the rule of the Muslims when Muslims were the superpower. The Middle East was this one of the safest place in the world, and the world was just safer. And there were no WARs. There was no World War I, World War II. There were no invasions. There were no destabilization. Africa was a beautiful continent. It was peaceful. That's when you're ruling the world with justice. That's what happens. But then every time, the devil takes over, you have, you know, wars, you have instability, you have destabilization, you have unaliving by the millions. And that's what we have been seeing. So today, the United States, or the current superpower, I would say, is with the devil, just like ancient Egypt. And they don't hide that, bro. They don't hide that. They tell you straight up. That's
Yeah.
why in the music industry, they will tell you, I sold my soul to the devil. It was a crappy deal. But at least it came with a happy meal, God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, what you're saying is true. There's only truth or falsehood. So,
Yeah, there's only truth and falsehood. Yeah.
bro, the host, he sent a message saying how Islam came to Eritrea.
He did?
Yeah. Scroll up a bit.
Okay. That's
I
actually
mean, I can
actually Eritreans became Muslims before the Arabs did. I bet he
because
doesn't
you
know.
can't go to Abyssinia. Well, ancient Abyssinia was technically Eritrea
And
and
Somalia
northern
too.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, and Somalia too. They were all Abyssinia.
So,
All of
like,
East Africa was one country. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. Is he listening or is he like? I'm not sure.
He's listening to you. He's telling me to give them a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. So there was like multiple points where Islam came. So I know a lot of people try to say it came by the sword. Partially, it did come by the sword, but not entirely. So obviously, Imam Ahmed Grania, he came with the sword in the 15th century, 16th century. But before that, the Dahlak Sultanate were ruling like the coastal areas, and the Beja tribes married into the Arabs there. So they got Islam through that. And then there was the Djibouti traders in the highlands. And it was pretty peaceful, especially in Eritrea. In Ethiopia, it was a bit more hostile, but yeah. Then in like the 19th century, there was like some Sufi orders that came. And yeah, that's how Islam basically spread.
So I don't believe it came by the sword at all.
At all.
Huh?
I think,
A lot
well,
of people. So Ahmed Gurey, we call him Ahmed Gurey. Some, every uh, every ethnicity claims them, or every nationality claims them. But we believe he's Somali. You guys might believe he's Ethiopian. Others might believe he's Arab. Different sources, different people say different things, but we believe Islam came before, way way before that, right? And it started with when the first hijrah, is it called?
yes, the one in 615
Yeah,
AD.
yes. When the Prophet sent his followers to Abyssinia,
Yeah,
when he
with
had that
Ja'far, yeah.
when he had that dream. At that time, the Arabs were fighting the religion, right? They were fighting,
Yeah,
and we saved Islam, right? Because
yeah.
if he didn't do that and they waged a WAR on him, they would have unalived all his followers, and the message would not have gotten. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so actually, it's when he sent his followers over there, it was for safety, number one, because he was afraid that they were going to be attacked, right? So he sent them there. He said, you will those people will welcome you. And then I believe when they came here, we welcomed them. Some people accepted Islam then, at that time. um I believe that's when a lot of Somalis, because they also came to Eritrea, they came to the Somali side also. um I believe a lot of us accepted Islam then. And Islam just kept growing after that. Now, during the time of Ahmed Gurey, that was a way later time. That's like around 1200, 1300, 1400, in the 1400s. Um, and at that time, Islam was big in East Africa. Now, yeah, that we had the Adal Sultanate on our side. Hey, I can't hear you, bro.
In Massawa, we had the Dahlak Sultanate.
Yeah, you had Islamic sultans all over in a lot of areas in East Africa, especially in the Horn of Africa. So by that time it grew, and it was a fight between the Muslims and the Christians at that time. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The Portuguese were the superpower. Uh, they were helping the Christians, and 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 the Islamic sultanates. So it was like a Muslim versus Christianity thing, right? And I feel like it's been like that for a long time. Even the current superpower and everything, though, from my view of the world is there are the Muslims and the Christians fighting over it. You know what I mean? Especially fighting over the superpower, and the JWs. You hear me? And even the current
JWs, you mean like Jehovah's?
Jews.
Oh, all right.
It's
Just
not. Yeah. Right. Like, for example, you have the current superpower. They claim to be Judeo-Christian, right?
yeah.
So that's religion, right?
Yeah.
And then who they're fighting. You see all these countries that are being destabilized. Those are Muslim countries. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like these two powers are fighting over superpower. They look at it as more of a threat. Before the Christians, who were the superpower? It was the Muslims. It was the Ottoman Empire, right? Right?
I,
Are
th-
you?
I mean, the Ottomans came around to East Africa.
No, no, no. I'm talking about the whole superpower of the world.
The Ottomans came like 1300
But
around there.
before Christian, because Christians were superpower for a long time right now. But before Christianity, the superpower were the Muslims and the Ottoman Empire. For example, in 1924, the Ottoman Empire collapsed, right?
Yeah.
But before that, they were the superpower.
They were already on the decline though for like a few hundred years. Like they were like 1300 around there. They were formed, and then to like 1700 they were good, but after that they were pretty irrelevant.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, yeah. But they ruled the world for like 800 years, bro. They were a superpower for a very long time. You know what I mean? From the time of, I think, Ahmed Gurey, they were still superpower at that time
No,
too.
no. Well, that was their peak when Ahmed Gure was
Yeah,
when he was there. That's why like he could get the support from them. You know, they could afford it.
yeah, and the Portuguese were aiding the Christians at that time. But I feel like it was Africans fighting within. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
and other powers were were helping from the outside, but it was Muslim tribes versus Christian tribes. that were kind of going at it. Also, although there were foreign interference, um, but regardless, it's always that truth versus false type of thing, right? Are there a lot of? Let me ask you this: Are there a lot of Muslim Eritreans?
Oh yeah, there are a lot.
Really?
Yeah, have you met many? Or
No, bro. You're like the first Eritrean Muslim I have met.
because the ones on social media,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, a lot of Eritrean Muslims, they've been Arabized, as I said earlier, or they identify with like the country they migrated to, such as Sudan or
Yeah.
Saudi or Egypt. Like me, because I'm Tigrinya, but I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
I'm obviously like culturally more similar to the Christians.
Yeah.
So I do have that strong Habesha, like Eritrean identity.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it, but there aren't a lot of Tigray Muslims, right?
Tigrinya Muslims are very, like in Eritrea, it's probably about 8%, 10%. We're called Jaberti, but I try to avoid that label because I don't want to be divisive, you know?
Jaberti is a man from Yemen.
The thing is, in Eritrea, it has a different meaning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Explain that, bro. I'm interested.
So when you say Jaberti in Eritrea, it just means like you're a Tigrinya speaking Muslim, but it's not a monolith. So like you have the same name, but you could be of different origins, you know? So some are Christian converts that assimilated into, Jaberti
What does,
culture.
what does Jaberti mean?
I heard it means the elect of God.
Okay, but what is Jaberti? Because I heard that Jabertis come from the Middle East.
There are some Jabertis that are originally from Yemen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and I heard that, but I always thought Tigray people and Amhara people come from uh you know Menelik.
It's complicated, the history, you know?
Okay. Do you know?
Because, yeah, I do know about that. Because I also have a bit of Ethiopian in me. Because there's a lot of mixing between Eritrea and Ethiopia.
There's a lot of what?
Mixing.
There's a lot of mixing because I know that the Tigray people also live in Ethiopia.
So, you know, when you say Tigray, and all that, you know, in Eritrea and Ethiopia has a different meaning.
Okay, go ahead,
Yeah.
explain that.
Okay. So, you know, Tigray with the E.
Yeah.
In Ethiopia, when you say Tigray, it means Tigray. You know, like the northern Ethiopians, you know, where the genocide happened.
Yeah.
So those are the same as not the same, but they speak the same language
Yeah.
as the Eritreans that speak Tigrinya. When you say Tigrinya in Eritrea,
Okay,
the
but
ones
the
that are
people, the Tigray, so there are two. So Tigrinya is the language. Tigray are the people, are right?
So when Amhara people call them Tigray, but they're called Tigray or Tegaru. They call themselves Tigray or Tegaru, but Amhara people call them Tigray
Yeah, but are they the same people? The
as
Tigray?
the Eritrean ones.
Yeah.
They're very similar. They speak the same language. They're both Orthodox Christian.
Yeah. Do they come from
Ye-
like the same ancestor?
Thousands of years ago, yes. But even Amhara and Tigray, the other Tigray I'm talking about, so there's a group in Eritrea called Tigray
Yeah.
as well. These people they're Muslims
Well,
and they're like closer to Sudan, you know.
there's Amhara and Tigray that are Muslims.
No. So Amhara and Tigray
Yeah.
/ Tigrinya, these are Christians, majority.
Okay.
And then there's Tigray, which are a different group in Eritrea. They speak a language called Tigray.
Mm.
Yeah. They are Muslims. Majority.
They are
They converted to Islam. Like they were some of the first converts in like the 7th century. The ones on the coast that are Tigray, they became Muslim early. The ones more inland, they
Yeah.
became Muslim like 200 years ago. But they speak Tigray, which is it's also Semitic.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
then, yeah,
this
yeah.
guy, this guy vibes. I don't know which one he is. I think he's more Tigray. Uh, he's confused about
Like,
his religion.
like,
First of all, he's half Eritrean, half Mexican. His father is Eritrean. First of
okay.
all, let me tell you about the
Is he
brother.
from America?
Yes, he was born and raised in America, so
Okay.
very confused.
I'm Australian, by the way.
Yes, so he's very, very confused. Let me
Yeah.
just tell you that, okay?
Alright.
And it's not his fault, you know. Number one, he's born in America. Number two, he's mixed with Mexican, and so I'm even confused when it comes to him myself.
Are
I
you like
don't.
mates or something, or just met on
Yeah, yeah,
TikTok?
yeah. We were just on TikTok, but the I don't know if he's Christian. I don't know if he's Muslim, and I don't know if he's atheist.
He's hoping to be Muslim one day. He's like, scroll up.
I hope for him to be Muslim too and join the, you know, uh, but I'm confused when it comes to that part because if an atheist come, he's an atheist. When
Mm.
the Muslims come, he's Muslim. When the Christians come, he's Christian. And so
You just see
you
what he
know,
said.
and even yeah, I see. And even we have different people that get on here. There are some black people that say they're indigenous. He's also indigenous with them. So this brother
It's a
confuses me.
hybrid.
He's very hybrid. And so yeah, but let's go back to Eritrea, bro.
Yeah.
I
Just
didn't know.
you know what? Your vibes. What tribe are you? If you know, or like, what language does your dad's family
He
speak?
doesn't know. He doesn't know. Don't ask him that, man. That's
Oh,
he's gonna take it personal. He's very
no, no,
sensitive too. He's very sensitive.
no. Sorry about that, bro. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you know, and I asked him the other day. He got pissed off. You know, he said, I don't know, man. Why you asking me? You know, my dad. I wish he could say something, but you know, he's with his. He's busy right now. He's putting in work. But but yeah, my brother. First of all, let me say, man, I'm happy that I finally met a brother from Eritrea who's a Muslim. I always thought it was like 100% Christian. Um, but you know, a lot of people have problems with East Africans on TikTok. I don't know if you noticed,
I joined these
especially a
vibes.
lot of West Africans.
Yeah, yeah. They think we are. They think we're racist towards them. I
Not
mean,
only
yeah.
that, they don't. They're trying to say we're not African.
Okay,
Also,
we are African, but we're not. I think this whole race division.
yeah.
I think it's flawed. I don't. Honestly, when you specifically, I don't consider myself black. But generally speaking, when I put out for me, I'll say I'm black. But I don't think I'm black. Not in a racist way or anything. But
Okay, so now are you? Why are you? Why do you say that? Go ahead.
okay, an Eritrean, just because we live on the same landmass as like some like Angolan or like Ghanaian guy, just that doesn't. Or we both have dark skin. Like Indians, they have dark skin as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
Aboriginals in Australia, they have dark skin.
yeah,
Does that make us all the same? Even Arabs have dark skin, you know.
yeah.
So like that doesn't make us genetically similar.
Yes, I hear what you're saying, but s- so there's another point. So the term is used for people from that geographical location. The term black, right? Uh, and the term African. Now, are you saying we're not like you come from different people, or you don't have anything to do with these people? Number one. Are you saying I don't like the term given to me by the YT? That's the angle you're coming from. Do you
I
understand
think
what
it's
I'm
from both angles because
saying?
honestly speaking, okay, we all come from Adam, but my ancestry would be more similar to someone from Yemen, Saudi Arabia, than someone from like Cameroon, honestly speaking.
Okay, yes, and you're right. Uh, because you're mixed.
Yes, I know I am specifically, but most Eritreans are.
No, most your people are mixed.
Yeah.
Most Eritreans are mixed. Uh, you're mixed with the people of East Africa and the people from the Middle East.
Yes.
Especially, I believe I always thought it was the JWs.
We do have.
You know what I heard? The story of Solomon and Sheba.
I've heard that story, but some people say it's fake. It's
Yeah,
just
but
to have legitimacy for ruling, you know? Because
no, but
if you, if you
that also makes sense to me because you know why? Uh, 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 because the language is the languages you speak are Semitic languages, and so I believe you're mixed with Cushitic and the people from that part of the world. So you have there's a case there to say, hey, when you say I relate to the people over there more than the people over here, I can understand what you're talking about. Does that make sense?
yeah, but we are not the same as them anymore because time has moved on.
Right, you're not the same. And you're like right in the middle, right? Since you're
I
mixed,
agree.
you have
Because
you're
also, like,
yeah.
yeah, we're one people, and then over time, you know, just things change, and we became from just one people, we became Tigrinya, we became Tigray, we became
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Amharic, Oromo, or
yeah,
Harar, you know,
yeah,
Somal, you know.
yeah. So so my point is the there are tribes in the Horn of Africa that are mixed, like your tribe,
Yeah,
like the Tigray people, Amhara people.
yeah.
Uh,
Like when people see me, they don't. Some people don't know where I'm from.
mm,
Like some people might think I'm like when I was younger,
yeah,
a lot of people thought I was Indian.
yeah, and dude, I'm telling you, I can understand because I know about East Africans, and I know the different people, and I know who's mixed and who's not. Even the Somalis tribes, I know which tribes are mixed and which tribes are not.
What
But
is that called? Ror Hamar? Is that what they call it? The mixed
yeah,
with the Arabs?
no, those people are mixed with Portuguese.
Really?
Yeah, the Hammer, the ones that are super light skinned.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the Portuguese. So there was one time they were defeated in that part of the land, and the women, uh, they were defeated. Their women were captured, and we kept the women, and you know, they come
Mm.
from those people, those women.
Also,
Um,
the mixed, the maternally Portuguese, but
yeah,
paternally. Okay.
yeah. Apparently, they're Cushitic or East African or Somali. Now, what I'm saying is, like, I can even the Somalis, like the Darod, for example. I can. They also say the same thing, and I can understand. And so I consider them mixed. The Hawiya, they're not mixed. Hawiya, they're original. They're
How about
Cushitic.
MJ?
MJ are Darod. They're mixed.
Okay. And what's that? Ogaden? What are they? What
Ogaden,
tribe are Ogaden?
Ogaden, Macherten, all of those are Darod.
Okay.
They're subclans of Darod. The main tribe is Darod.
Yeah.
So they're mixed. All of Darod are mixed. The Hawiya are indigenous.
So are those the ones that people call Jerer, or Jerer are like other people?
No, 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 no. The Bantus came at a later time to East Africa. The Bantus, the Nilotics, they came at a later time. But the Hawiyas are indigenous Cushitic people.
Okay.
And the Dir. So there are three main tribes in Somalia, or the Somalis. There is Dir and Hawiya and Darod. The Dir and Hawiya are Cushitic, they're indigenous to the land. The Darod are mixed. There is
And
also
and Ror Hamar, where do they come under? Are they mixed with Darod?
Rehammer, they're mixed. No, they're not Darod, but they're different mix. You know what I
So
mean?
they're not included in this. They're like
They're the
small
mixed.
group.
No, they're the small tribes. Yeah.
Okay.
So out of the three big tribes, one is mixed, and two are indigenous.
صح.
You have then the small tribes like the Rahawain and stuff like that. No, not the Rahawain. Rahawain are also, yeah, a little bit. They're, but the Adad, the Rahamar, the light, super light skinned ones. Those are mixed with. We talked about them, the Portuguese, and so we know each other. You know what I mean? But the Darod will say, "I'm Arab."
Yeah, I've seen that. Like they
The
always claim Yemen.
Darod will say, "Hey, we're Arab," and the Hawi will say, "No, we're not Arab. Get the hell out of here." You know what I mean? Well, and the Dir will say, "No, I'm not Arab," and so there's so West Africans when they look at these Africans, uh, they're confused because they have some of them claiming Arab, they have some of them who are not claiming Arab. In Ethiopia, it's the same thing. Some are claiming to be from the Middle East. Some are claiming no, we're indigenous to the land. And so these West Africans brothers are confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see
Because,
them. They be violating us, you know.
and so this is kind of like what I'm fighting. That's like what I'm against is uh that whole thing. I understand, bro. If you're mixed, you're mixed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh
I mean,
that's
I
okay.
know myself that I am, you know.
Yeah. If you're
Like I
mixed,
even have
you're
a
mixed.
bit
Like,
of
but
Iranian
you
or
gotta,
Turkish.
yeah, but you gotta be a little bit like the Darod. When they speak, they will say all Somalis are Arab. That's not true. You know what I mean?
The thing
Like
is, you might have one ancestor that's Arab. That doesn't change your whole thing, you know.
now, the man Darod himself, we can say he was Arab, right?
Yeah,
Who married the women here, and it's a big tribe. It's a huge, very big tribe.
but
But but but there are, there are the other two tribes, the other two main Somali tribes, the other two big Somali tribes are indigenous. And so for example, the Darod guy, he married a woman from Dir, from a Dir lady, and she was from Dir, and she was the indigenous people of the land. And so they will tell you, the Arab themselves will tell you, when we came here, we married a lady from the people here, and we are, you know what I mean? So we're their uncles. But then they come around and they say, hey, all Somalis are Arabs. And that's just kind of like inaccurate. And then when West Africans hear that, they go crazy. That's like all they've been looking for, to say, "Oh, here we go," you know. And so there's a lot of battles like that on TikTok, and you Eritreans, bro, you don't make it easy, is what I'm saying.
so what? I just gotta say I'm black.
Woo! And so now they hate all of us, bro. Yeah, they
Why
hate all
they
of us.
get so offended by it? Because if we've been here for so long, we're African now. Doesn't matter. Why
Yeah,
are they fighting over something? Like, let's say we came yesterday.
yeah,
Okay, I understand.
yeah,
But, you know,
yeah,
people have
yeah.
been
No,
migrating in and out of different lands.
no.
You
And
know?
the other thing is, bro. And I don't know, like, what a lot of Eritreans think of this, but they try to compare us to, the Arabs that came and took over the land,
In what
like
sense?
like in Egypt.
You mean in the 600s?
Like, how in Egypt the Arabs came over,
Amr
and
ibn al-As?
yeah, and they
Yeah.
took over that land.
Yeah.
And then you know how Morocco and stuff like that, those countries, the Arabs came and they took over that land, but they speak Arabic. They're Arabic tribes. They have Arabic tribes. They try to say the Horn East Africans are like the same thing, you know?
Not exactly. We haven't been as Arabized.
No, those people are Arabs.
Yeah, they become Arab now.
What was that?
Like the people in North Africa, they're Arabs now. You know, can't
Yeah,
argue that.
those people are Arabs. You can't argue that. They come from Middle East at a way later time. They took over that land,
Yeah.
and so they don't know the difference between those people and the East Africans. And they so and they come to a conclusion where they say, you know what? All these people are foreigners that occupied our land.
And then they blame Islam for it as well.
And they blame Islam for it as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, bro. I was on some live last night.
Yeah.
I was just watching it, and it was just a bunch of, I think they were West Africans. One guy sounded Jamaican, but yeah, they were just hating on Islam and Christianity as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah, and I feel their pain, bro. They lost a lot of land, bro. To those people, and the Arabs, you know, they did some weird stuff to them.
okay. Why the
On this life, and there was this South African lady, and she was saying, "Horners are foreigners. They're not from the land. They're not the people of the land." And I am like, lady, you are South African, first of all. 90% of your land is owned by white people, and you're over here worried about East Africa. I'll be worried about East African if 90% of my land is occupied by white people. But anyway, you know, it's like it's more of a land thing now. Does that make sense to you?
yeah,
Now, when it comes to that, I'm educating people on on what the true history of East Africa is, and the difference between the East Africans and those in North Africa, like the ones in Egypt and those Arabs in North Africa, we're not the same. We're indigenous to the Horn of Africa. We're indigenous to East Africa. We come from African tribes. We are the indigenous people of the Horn of Africa. They are not the indigenous people of that land. And then we have some of us that are saying, no, we're not. And that just, you know what I mean? That makes it worse. That confuses them. And so, me, my battle is right there, bro. If that makes sense.
the thing is, there's been so much mixing that you can argue both ways.
Go ahead. I can't hear you. You.
There's been so much mixing that you can argue both sides for East Africa. I mean, Eritrea specifically.
Yeah, Eritrea. We know Eritrea is. But if you Google the tribes of, so for example, if you Google Tigray, it would not say. It would say it would put you more on the Semitic side.
Yeah, because you know we have two tribes called Kunama and Nara. I don't know
Yeah,
if you've heard of them.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of the Semitic people, they call them Baria. I don't know if you heard of that term.
No, I am very familiar with uh with Eritrea. Oh, especially Amhara and Tigray. They they I know they're Semitic. I know that. I know that. But that doesn't make all East African Semitic, is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
but the thing with Eritrea, Eritrea is 85-90% Semitic. Ethiopia isn't. Yes, Eritrea
Yeah.
is.
Eritrea is just, yeah, I know that. Ethiopia isn't. Ethiopia isn't. No, because the Oromos are not Semitic.
And Oromo are the majority. In
Yeah.
Ethiopia, like Tigray, Amhara,
Look, in Ethiopia,
Gurage.
the Oromos are not Semitic. The Beja are not Semitic. And that's what I'm saying. Those are the indigenous people. You know what I mean? The Oromos are indigenous. The Bejas are indigenous. The Afar are indigenous. Uh, some of the Somalis are indigenous. Uh, Most of the Somalis, I would say. We know the Tigrays are Semitic, bro.
Yeah.
And
I'm
and
gonna
they
s- I'm gonna turn the camera on. I'm gonna show you like the differences. Yeah.
are you wanna get on the big screen?
I don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna show you so I can give you like a picture.
Go ahead, brother.
Just let me set it up. To get in here.
Man, I lost my laptop, bro.
Tigray.
You know that Somali guy though that talks about that stuff, that guy pisses me off, bro.
I am quite annoyed with him, but
The devil worshipper.
are you sure he's murtad?
I think I think so, because if he's saying, if you know, it's one thing to talk bad about the Arabs. I don't have a problem with that, but then to talk bad about Islam, bro.
Did he actually do that?
Yeah, he's saying Islam is not meant for us. It's like an Arab thing, which is not. Islam is Islam is not for Arabs only.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these people are jahil, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you see this? Wait, can you see my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think you see this.
I can't see your screen, bro.
You can?
I cannot.
You cannot. Okay.
I cannot. Now I can.
Is it? Can you see me moving it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see this.
What does that say?
This is Tigray.
Yeah, I see Tigray people. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is not the Tigray you were thinking of. This is a different group. Yeah.
Okay. The Tigray people.
Yeah.
So, what is the other Tigray?
So the ones you were thinking of are these people.
The Tigrayans.
Yeah.
And what is the difference?
So these people, they're Christians and they live in northern Ethiopia.
Those are with the ending in the that's Tigray with the E at the end. Or no,
No.
that's the Tigrayans.
So yeah. So you see, with the E, some Amhara people spell these people. The ones are the same way as this, but this, when you say this, it's a different group of people. But Amhara people, they spell it like that, the previous spelling for these people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the spelling is different. But my point is, they come from the same ancestor, right?
If you go back far enough, yes. But you see these ones,
Yeah.
they're the same as these people in Eritrea.
The Tigrinya people. Oh, okay. Okay. And so those guys are like the majority of Eritrea, right? These guys.
Yes,
that you-
these are the majority.
Yeah. What percentage would you say?
For like 50, 55%.
And how about so what does it say about so what would it say about How about the other ones, the Tigray people? What would
Like this
how what is their percentage would be?
or this, like this one.
No, no, the one before. Yeah, that one, that one.
They're like 30%,
And they're all Muslim, you said? Majority?
95%.
Mm,
They used to be Christian.
yes. And do you know when they became Muslim? Did they become Muslim at the first hijrah?
Well, it does state it here. You see this part? I'll highlight it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can you see?
yeah. What does it say?
So the first converts, the ones on the coast and on the islands,
Yeah.
they accepted in the 7th century.
That's the first hijrah, right?
Yeah, but that's the minority of them. The ones that are all like inland, most of them accepted it in the 19th century.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's interesting is the people, like the peasants, you could say, they were
Yeah.
Muslim before the rulers or the tribal chiefs.
Oh, they were Muslims before the tribal chiefs?
Yeah, and then the tribal chiefs, they kind of got influenced.
Yeah, I would expect that because because Islam is for like the poor people, the oppressed, you know? It attracts those people the most.
Yeah, because there was, what is it called? There was like a hierarchy sort of system, like a caste system.
Mm.
So yeah, it would appeal to them,
Yeah, it would appeal to like the low class people, the
Yeah,
oppressed people. Yeah. Yeah. Because like when you go up higher in the like in the hierarchy, those people are not interested in God and stuff like that. They're very arrogant people.
yeah. They just care about money and power,
They're about money and stuff like that and worldly things. Yeah, but these other people, they need. But anyways, brother, I
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know everything about Tigray people. There's a lot I don't know, but the only thing I know is that they're mixed.
They're all mixed. They're all Habasha people, and all Habasha
Yeah.
people are mixed with local in Yemen. But the thing is that there's been so much migration between. Is my screen? Can you see the screen? Or?
No, you turned off the screen.
Okay. Yeah. So there's just been so much migration,
Yeah.
So even within Eritrea and between Eritrea and Ethiopia, have you heard of this group called Ago?
Yeah, I heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So in like I think the 1100s, around there was like some kingdom that fell,
Yeah.
and a lot of the Ago people from Ethiopia migrated into Eritrea, and they adopted the Tigrinya culture. But Ago are Cushitic people.
Our Cushitic people, yeah, I go, yeah. That's how I know them. I think they are like. That's what we were talking about the whole time tonight. Uh, uh, and this brother right here, he's not. He doesn't know a lot about the tribes and stuff like that. Um, and there are people that try to say, "Oh, all of you guys are not." Like I had and this is, bro, I'm fighting two battles on TikTok, and one is that, this thing about Islam, right?
Yeah.
There are many Africans talking bad about Islam, especially West Africans.
Is this a new thing, or have they always been like this?
This is a new thing.
Because growing up, I've always had good relationships with my Africans. Like the only people that might be Islamophobic is like some racist white guy.
Yeah. But this is a thing with
It's
I think
orchestrated by you know who.
yeah, we know who, but they're pushing this agenda that and it's very small group, and you know you would, and they always claim, oh, we have the original religion of our ancestors, you know, the original African religion, and they don't even know what the hell they're talking about, bro. Like this guy you see on TikTok, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
bro, like our ancient religion, bro. You don't know what your ancient religion is? Like you tripping. And so, and then they're saying, you know, let's leave Islam and let's take back our original religion, you know?
yeah.
And some are saying even, oh, Africa will not be good until we take out the Muslims and the Christians.
Mm.
And and until we take back our original devil worshipping ideology and stuff like that, you know? That's how I look at it. Like it's devil worshipping, but they look at it as spiritual stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and so they're saying, like the religion of Islam and Christianity and stuff like that destroyed the continent of Africa.
They're
And
just so emotional, these people, you know?
yeah, and they're making wild claims like that. And then, um, and then if you say anything, they'll say, "Oh, you're Arab." If you disagree,
You know, that's a lot of Eritreans, you know? If you say you're Muslim or you say anything in Arabic, they'll just say you're Arab.
yeah, and I'm like, bro, you guys are very ignorant, man. And then now they're saying, well, Somalis defend Islam a lot. That must mean they're Arabs, and therefore, you know, they're not Africans or they're not black, and they want to be Arab and stuff like that. And there's some truth to that I hear. Uh, but me personally, I don't believe I'm Arab. Uh, Everything about our history says so. We have, you know, I don't believe Cushitic people are Arab. They're not even close. I believe we're African. I believe we're black. And we're Muslim. And so I defend that identity, and I defend that religion on here. And it's really tough because sometimes you have people coming in from the West, and these people are crazy, and I'm talking like because you know what they say about U.S. education, right?
Which people?
You know, generally they say the people in the United States, I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah,
like
they're like retarded.
they're like retarded. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like as far as like their education, I mean that's what the rest of the world says. I agree with what the rest of the world says about the U.S. education. I feel like it's and so when it comes to someone from the U.S., you can't have a normal conversation with them. You know, like they will say things like, "Well, you can identify as whatever you want. You know, you can identify as a dog. You can identify as," and I'm just like, please, man. You know, so there's that type of people that are just identifying as everything. They want, you can't people that are saying there's no such a thing as race. I don't know if you agree with that.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
There is race, and
Not in
and
the same. The thing is, it's not as straightforward as people make it out to be, but race does exist.
race does exist. And then there are some people that are saying, you can't, like, I understand, like, if you're mixed, it's one thing. Like homeboy here, he's half Mexican, half Eritrean. He's mixed. You know what I mean? And so is he black? Is he not black? Mm, so different cultures look at it different. For example, what makes someone black? What makes
See,
someone Eritrean? What makes someone African? What
well, we
makes
have the
someone
constitution. It says what constitutes an Eritrean.
so the Somalis, we do it different. We do it differently. We go by the father.
Yes, obviously it's your father, but
Yeah.
it's not only it's very complicated.
Yeah.
Because you know Eritrea, we had our own kingdom in
Yeah.
the Middle Ages, but then
Aksum?
also
Is it Aksum?
No, after Aksum. It's called Medri Bahri.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a small kingdom, just like you know where the Tigrinya people are, like in the highlands.
Yeah.
So it was based there. Then the rest of Eritrea was
Yeah.
ruled by different powers. So the coast was ruled by Dahlak, which were like Arabs, and then afterwards the Ottomans ruled the coast, and then the western part was ruled by like Beja peoples and
Yeah.
Suras,
Yeah.
and the Afar part was ruled by Afar people or Adil Sultanate. So Eritrea became like it's like a fusion of different peoples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it's like a small land, and then basically anyone that was in the land or entered the land after 1934,
Hey, do the Afars claim Adil Sultanate?
I'm not too sure. I haven't met an adult person in my life.
I am from Adil.
Like in which, like
No,
Somalia?
Adil is northern Somalia, where they call Somaliland now.
Are they the same as Afar or are they different?
No, they're different. They're Somali. Then Afar is from Djibouti.
Okay.
Yeah, Afar don't go beyond Djibouti.
Yeah.
They don't. But Adil is not modern day Djibouti. Adil is modern day North Somalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I come from that part, and so we were part of the Adil Sultanate.
Yeah.
The name derives from Zayla.
Yeah, I know Zayla.
So Zayla is the city, but the state is called Audal.
Yeah.
So they take out the W and they say Adal Empire or Adal Sultanate. But yeah, continue. You were saying?
Yeah, so we had our own kingdoms and that.
Yeah,
And then, so basically anyone that was there before 1934,
yeah.
they're considered Eritrean. Then there's like a whole bunch of details if you came afterwards and all that. But you're considered indigenous by the constitution if you've been there before the 1930s.
Okay.
Because there's so much, even, you know, a lot of, you know, the Tigrinya, like the
Yeah,
Christian ones,
yeah,
even, so basically in the late 1800s,
yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of this guy called Ras Alula or Johannes.
No, where was he from?
So these are Tigrayans, like northern Ethiopians.
No, I don't know much. I don't know much. You would know that history more than I do, bro.
Yeah.
What I do is I talk to the people of that land, bro. When I want to
Okay.
learn about something, I talk to the people of that land. I don't look at especially people that have knowledge of that land that did their research, and I don't even believe everything they say, but they would know it more than I do. But I would listen to if I want to learn about some, I would listen to the scholars of that land. You know what I mean?
So yeah, so I'll just give you a brief rundown. Basically, there was an Ethiopian emperor called Johannes.
Mm,
He fought wars against the Eritrean kingdom,
mm,
also Christian kingdom.
mm.
They took over it, and also that King Johannes, he like imposed a rule where you have to become Orthodox Christian.
Okay.
So yeah, so like you know how people say, "Oh, Christianity is peaceful, no one was forced." He had a policy where he'd force people, force conversion.
That's false, bro. There's no one that can say Christianity. They will tell you straight up Christianity was spread by the sword, bro.
None but Christians deny that.
That's false because their own book says that. The Bible says that, you know.
But
But
then these guys,
what the
they
Romans
see.
did, bro, what the Romans did, how did they spread Christianity? They forced it on. Like that's. Do you think Romans spread Christianity by peace?
No,
But go ahead, continue.
yeah, so you know how I told you I'm Jaberti?
Yeah.
So obviously we're Muslims, but a lot of us were actually from northern Ethiopia, but we had to migrate to Eritrea to flee from that king.
Mm.
This was like 130, 140 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so then this guy, he started having like wars with Eritrea, and his soldiers took over part of Eritrea. And then
What was his tribe?
he was Tigray.
He was the okay.
Yeah. So then his general, he put him in charge of like the Eritrean province,
Mm.
which modern day Eritrea, and him and his soldiers, they like stayed there, or they had descendants there.
Mm.
So a lot of them Eritreans, like Tigrinians, they're actually from Tigray, because when they invaded it, they killed so many people. Like, you know, I told you about those Kunama Nara people, the ones that called Baria.
Yeah.
The general, he killed like 70% of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And enslaved them. This guy, like, he looted like so many tribes, you know, like took thousands of cattle and, you know, sheep, you know. So, yeah, like Eritrea, like, so then they ended up settling there as well. So, you know, to say that we're native and like, there's just been so much crossing between the borders, you know, because back then, you know, anyone can like move between.
Yes.
But
Yes. Let me ask you this: do you guys, for example, do you keep your lineage? Like, do you know your father, your grandfather, his grandfather, his grandfather? Do you know that stuff or no?
I know up to fifth or fourth.
You know
So
up.
like, no, so like I know so 7 generations. So like my great 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 grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's all
How
Muslims.
many years would that be? Like 100, 200, 500,
About
600,
150, 200 years
200 years? Okay.
maximum.
Okay. So we go up um a lot more. We so it's and you know, so my thing is, what makes you that those people. So for example, say for example, if a Eritrean woman marries an outsider, would that kid be Eritrean because his
Nah,
mother is?
only in Kunama tribe.
Which does he, but he gets citizenship, right?
By the government, I think so.
Yes. So he would be considered Eritrean, right?
Yeah.
But that's in some cultures, you would say.
Legally, yes, but societally, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So us, I don't. Not all Somalis are the same, too. Uh, I come from I come from the north. We have a different government now. It's called Somaliland. I don't know if you.
I'm from Hargeisa.
Yeah, I'm from Hargeisa, bro. Uh, we do it differently. We do it if our women marry like an outsider, they don't even get citizenship. Citizenship is by the father over there,
I
you
know
know?
because I've seen a lot of Somalis, you know, they're very
Yeah.
protective about that.
Yeah, very protected about the land and stuff like that, and even mixing too.
Mm.
Uh, but but my point is, I consider him Eritrean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
since his father is Eritrean.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it's done in Eritrea. I'm not 100% sure. But if I use that same class system that we use, or that same system we use, he would be technically Eritrean. You know what I mean? But you guys might do it different. You know.
Yeah.
But I would think that it's an African culture first of all. Uh, uh, so so since the father is Eritrean, it doesn't matter what the mother is, he's automatically Eritrean. That's what I'm thinking, right? He would
Societally, he would.
wise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's difference between legal and society, you know.
Yeah. But the society is the most important.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, and so society, uh, so he would be both. He would legally be Eritrean, and he would, society, as far as society, he would also be considered Eritrean.
Yeah. But the Kunama tribe are exception. They're not patriarchal.
So explain to me.
So Kunama tribe, they're matriarchal society. So the woman's side is the one. It's like Jewish, you know.
Yeah. They carry their Jewish identity.
Yeah.
Okay, you see,
Yeah.
that's really cool, bro. I
I mean,
didn't,
I don't know if they have that Jewish identity, but
but that's how Jews do it.
somewhat.
Yeah, that's how Jews do it. You know, Jews, they claim Drake is Jewish, but then black people, because his father was black, they would also claim him.
You know,
Yeah,
that's one thing I always wonder. You know, because Muslims can marry Jews,
yeah,
what would happen if they had a kid?
yeah. He would be on both sides.
Yeah,
He
man.
he would be both at the same time.
I mean,
Uh,
racially.
yeah, virtually, yeah. Uh, I see a lot of some Somalis, they marry a Jewish woman
Yeah.
and they have kids, and their kids are considered Jewish and they're also considered Somali at the same time. So we're fighting over them. Like, no, he's us, and they're like, no, he's us. You know, that's
Yeah.
weird. But there's this lady I know. Her mother is Jewish, her father is Somalian, and and the Jews, you know, the JWs, they consider her theirs, whatever. You know, they consider her as a part of them, and so she was she used to work for like the government here. She was a spy
Man.
because she was raised by her mother, you know.
Yeah.
But she's Somalian, but she grew up with those folks, and they
Yeah.
consider her a JW, and she was a spy and all of that. And I'm like, yo, don't, you know? And then she also, our tribes, they they consider her us, you know, because her father is uh is from us, you know.
Yeah.
But, but since she was raised by her mother, she grew up with that side. Uh, but anyways,
Bro,
yeah, it's
what's
confusing.
this thing, you know? Can you not say the J word on live?
No, you can't. You can't, bro.
Bro, it's a small life.
Even though it is, bro, they say it's not safe.
Fair
someone
enough.
someone can get, you know, can get, like, they can, uh I don't know, man. It's a TikTok language. I'm used to it now because
See,
on
because I've
some
been hearing you say JW, KILL, you know?
oh no, you gotta say unalive. Yeah, you can't
Bro,
say
just make it an 18 plus live then, you know?
no. Even then, bro, they. Oh, let's get Mama Africa up. No, they try to use that weird language, bro. I don't like it. It's a TikTok thing.
But I don't like this censorship, you know?
Yeah, it's a. You can't say. You gotta say WAR. You know.
Bro, yeah, I was like confused. I was like, why are you saying that?
What did she say? Damn, Jabarti.
I always wondered how they converted to Islam.
Who is that? Fifi.
That's Fifi. She's Eritrean, Tigray.
She's Muslim too or no?
Yeah, she's Muslim.
Man, y'all have a lot of Muslims, bro.
Yeah, I told you, bro, you know. It's just that they don't rep Eritrea, you know, they're always repping Sudan or
Is she
Egypt.
is she from Sudan?
No, she's Eritrean.
Okay. And why is she saying damn Jabarti? Is she not Jabarti?
No, she's not Djibouti.
What's going on, man? Hey Fifi,
Yeah,
what's up? How you doing?
yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
It's a all Eritrean panel today.
Are you Eritrean? Where are you from?
No, I'm Somalian. I'm the you know
Oh,
I'm the only,
Somali. Oh, yeah, nice.
I'm the only outsider.
Oh,
But
no, it's okay.
the vibes is Eritrean. Ayub is
Yeah.
Fifi. Yeah, but we're just chopping it up. What do you have?
Were you asking if I was Sudanese?
Yeah. I was asking. No, I don't know that many.
Nah, I'm not Sudani. Yeah.
You're Eritrean, right?
Yeah, I'm Eritrean. Yeah.
And you're Muslim.
Yeah, I'm Muslim. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I did not know. You know, this is a weird. I don't know that many Eritreans, unfortunately. And so I always thought they were like Christian. You know, like the way we are Muslim, the Somali. And I have seen on
Yeah,
TikTok,
no.
I've seen a lot of Eritrean Christians. You know, I don't see that
Yeah,
many Muslims. And so I'm surprised.
yeah, yeah. It's funny in Eritrea, like the Muslim and the Christian thingy. Like if you look at the demographics, the Muslims, majority of Muslims live around the northern area,
Mm,
like near the coast.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Hey, let me ask you guys this. What do you guys think of the current president of Eritrea?
No comment. I want to go back there.
To Eritrea.
Yeah, I've been twice, but I want to go again.
Oh, you've been twice.
Yeah, 2012, 2017.
Oh, that's lucky.
But only like Asmara and Massawa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my family's not from there.
Didn't you say alphabet?
Yeah, Alphabet, yeah, my family's... I was saying that my family wasn't from Masawa.
From Massawa or not?
No, I meant no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you were asking about how Djibouti became Muslim.
Yeah, because I was reading about it, and it's like people are saying two different things. So
What did
I'm
they
kind of
say?
confused. Like, one of them said, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll type it in chat. Because I don't want to say it, like, wrong. They said they converted from that, like, you know, like back in the 1500s.
Oh, you mean Ahmed Gran? Adol Sultanate?
Yeah, Ahmed, yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, that's me. That's our sultanate. Adolf Sultan.
Yeah, they're saying the Jabari's converted from that.
It's not true because Djibouti is monolith. It's you know how
Do you know
when
how
you say so you know how when you say Tigray, it doesn't mean one people.
Yeah.
Like there's Beit Asgad, there's Maria, Mensa,
Yeah.
Miriam. So some of us are like descendants of Habas,
Yeah.
Then some of us are Arab. Some are like just,
Oh, really?
yeah. Some are Tigres that assimilated. Some are Sahos. Yeah, and some are like Ethiopians that migrated to Eritrea as well. Because we
Yeah.
got persecuted. I don't know if you've seen
Yeah,
that.
by Johannes, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So even like some of my ancestors are from Ethiopia. Like they migrated recently.
Do you descend from Habesh or where do you descend?
I'm mixed.
You're mixed?
So I got some, I think the most part I'm Arab. Like Arab men marrying into local women.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know I have like one Turk or Iranian.
Oh, really?
as well. Yeah, and then I do have some even like Amhara and like Habash as well. But from what I know,
Yeah.
it's mainly Arab.
Mainly Arab, your ancestry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really look super Eritrean. You know, they get confused.
Are you light or you like darker?
I've become darker lately, but Perth is quite hot. Because when I'm in another country, I'm pretty light.
Yeah, isn't it summertime back there in Australia?
Yeah, it's like 30 something.
Oh, hell no. I
And
would
Perth
hate
is like pretty hot.
Yeah. So how did your ancestors convert to Islam? Like, do you know how they converted or what?
Which one? Like the Habash one or the other ones?
Yeah, the Habash. Yeah, the Habash. Yeah, because the Arabs, I'm assuming when they came to Eritrea, they were Muslim.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
From me, I'm not sure the specifics, but I know some of the Habash, they converted through the marriages, some by sword, and some by trade.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So all three.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But I don't know too much. Like my dad doesn't speak about this too much. He doesn't like tribes. Like he thinks it's backward.
No, my dad's opposite. He's very he's very strong on being Habab, you know?
My dad, he came here like a long time ago. So he's
Where
basically
to Australia?
yeah.
Were your parents born in Sudan or were they like born in Eritrea?
Both my parents are smart.
They stayed there?
Sorry?
Did they stay there like in Asmara or did they go to Sudan or
My dad, he went to Sudan at like 15. And my mum was like in Ethiopia. My mom's family.
Ethiopia? Same with my mom.
It's a bit of a complicated part.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents were born in Sudan, but my mom, she migrated to Ethiopia like back and forth. She was back and forth as a kid from Sudan to Ethiopia. So I do know like a little bit of like Amharic because of her.
Okay. But you don't speak
Yeah.
Tigray though.
Yeah, I don't speak Tigray sadly. Like I really want to learn it, but you know, my parents don't speak it to me.
There's resources online.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it yet.
I've got like this PDF because I actually know a bit of Tigray because my
Oh,
Belena
really?
friends, they speak it.
Are they from Kasala?
Like originally or they moved there?
Like, yeah, were they born in Kasala?
Nah. They're born
Oh,
in
no.
Australia.
They born here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. How do they know Tigray?
They travel there sometimes when they're younger. And even at home, they can.
Yeah, in Kasala they all speak Tigray. I went there this year and I was surprised by the amount of Tigray speakers there were in
How do you
Kasala.
go there? Isn't it like a war zone?
Yeah, the thing is we went to Port Sudan, yeah? And then after Port Sudan, we drove 8 hours to Kasala. Cause back then the Port Sudan airport was like open. I went in April.
You in Egypt now?
Yeah, I'm in Egypt, yeah. I'm gonna stay here for like a little bit.
But I might go back to Eritrea. I don't know when though.
Yeah, but like I heard the conditions in Eritrea are bad. Like the closest I've been to Eritrea was Teseni, you know the border between Kasala and
Did you go to Tessenay though?
No, I didn't go there, but like I've seen it from like afar.
I've never been that part of Eritrea.
Yeah, cause you're from like Asmara and stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's this thing, you know? A lot of lowlanders, they're just so Arabized.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing with me too, like my family, because you know they were born in Sudan and like they're been surrounded by like Arabic and stuff. So I feel like, you know,
Because
like,
Jay
I feel like
Money was wondering that, you know?
J Money was wondering why us lowlanders are so Arabized.
Well, he's kind of interested, you know.
I feel like it has something to do with like our parents, like because most of our parents are like born in like Arabic speaking countries, whether it be like Saudi or like Sudan and stuff. Because like the independence, like the lowlands was like a prominent area of like fighting. So many like Eritreans fled to Sudan or like neighboring Arab countries because it was easier to like adapt the lifestyle because they're both Muslim and stuff. So I feel like that also like played a part in it. But I feel like because of that, like many of us like kids, like 'cause you know how like we're born in Western countries. I feel like because of that, like we're very like disconnected to our culture. And we're more like Arabized because of our parents not being born in Eritrea.
Yeah. I think I'm like an exception because my mom doesn't even speak Arabic.
Yeah, because she's born in Asmara, she doesn't have to speak Arabic.
Yeah, but even like she's been in the community for so long.
When did she come to Perth?
Mid-90s.
Oh, she's been here for a long time.
My dad's been way longer.
Really? When did he come?
Mid-80s.
Oh, I didn't know. Wow, my family, they came here in the 2000s.
What, were you born here?
Yeah, I was born here. Yeah.
But you said you're old.
What do you mean?
Your family came here in the 2000s and the guys were saying that you're young and everything.
Who said I'm young?
On Baba Shakur's live.
Yeah, I'm 18. My parents, what's it called,
Yeah,
they
that
came
is
here.
young.
What do you mean? How old are you?
22.
That's wow, interesting. I don't think I'm younger. I'm legal. I'm 18.
Nah, that's a baby.
But I'm not a baby. What are you saying?
18 is young.
18 isn't young. 18 is, bro. No, I drive a
I don't
car. I'm
care.
legal. I'm old. Huh?
I don't care if it's legally an adult.
I'm not young, bro. It's okay.
Hey, Fifi, where are you from?
Like where I live, or like
Yeah, where
ethnically?
do you live?
I live in Australia, but right now I'm in Egypt.
Oh, okay. So you're from the same country?
As Ayub?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You're from Somalia?
Yeah, I'm Somali, but I'm not from Somalia.
Are you Somaliland?
Yeah.
Oh, Somaliland. So you're from like Jigjiga, I'm assuming?
No, not Jigjiga. Jigjiga
That's
is
Ethiopia.
I know, but like no, but I heard that
this
Jigjiga is a
is
part of Somaliland.
this is confused with East Africa.
No, I'm confused because what's it called? People say that Jigjiga is a part of Somaliland, but I'm not sure because when I went to Ethiopia, like the buildings there were like all Somali, so I got confused.
No. So Jigjiga there is called the Somali state of Ethiopia, but I'm from Somaliland. So I'm in between Djibouti and Somalia. But
Oh,
technically, it's unrecognized, so it's part of Somalia. But we have we were supposed to be like Djibouti, our own country. So
yeah.
instead, we decided to unite with Somalia, and
What's
now
with the...
we're trying to go back to our because we always had separate kingdoms. We were Adel, they were Ajuran Sultanate, and then Adel Sultanate. So
Yeah.
we had different colonial like we were British. We gained our independence from Great
Yeah,
Britain,
I've heard about that.
and they gained their independence from Italy. And so we decided to unite and also unite with Djibouti, but that didn't work out. And so now we're just trying to say, hey, there was a little bit of culture difference there.
Wait, but what's the difference between Somalia and Somaliland? Like, what's the difference? Like,
It's the
culturally,
same.
what's the difference? So why is there a
The difference,
Somaliland and a
the
With
Somalia?
difference.
the colonization.
No,
Oh yeah, because of the British.
not the,
Yeah, that makes sense.
not only that, but we were never one. Like we
You
always
were
had
never one.
separate. We always had separate kingdoms.
Yeah.
Like they had a difference, and then the colonial era we were very different, uh, and so there's a lot of culture difference. Like the further south you go, we have different accents. Uh, we so even in the north, in Somaliland, we speak more like authentic Somali. But the
Yeah.
further south you go, the more slang it becomes.
Yeah.
And so
Oh
that
yeah.
to the point where we don't even, it's totally different. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you would need a translator type.
Like the
But
dialect is like different between
yeah,
Somali and Somaliland.
yeah. But also culturally, like it's they would be more. We're more like poetic. We're more like uh we're more on the truth side. Like we want. Okay, we're very simple people. We're straightforward. We'll tell you how it is. We won't beat around the bush type. Uh, and then they're more like Italians. They cheat. Italians
Oh
they
yeah.
gain a lot of stuff from the Italians. Italians are very creative people.
Yeah.
Uh, and us we're more like honest. Like for example, with the whole
Wait,
unity,
so let's just say somebody from Somalia, like Mogadishu, and since you're from like Somaliland, like will you be able to like understand them or what?
yeah, we are able to understand each other, but we
But you
speak.
said the dialect difference.
We
We would
we
need like a translator.
No, no, no. So the further south you go, like for
Oh, the
example, there
further
are,
south. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
they're like for example, there the Rahanwein people in that area. We don't even understand them.
Like Garissa? I think that's what you say.
Like Baido. Have you
Yeah,
ever heard of
yeah,
Baido?
yeah.
We do understand folks from that area. They speak totally different Somali.
No, but like, what
But
about people in like Garissa? You know Kenya? Like Garissa, you
yeah,
know that area?
those guys are considered like Suju.
Oh.
So technically, we call them. We don't say they're Somali even.
But it's like a Somali area though. Like majority of
It
people who
is,
live
it
there are
is, but
Somali.
they don't know. You see, the further south you go, the less culture. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
The less original. You get the less Somali you get. You know what I mean? The Somali language is dying. The further south you go,
Yeah,
uh,
I get it. Yeah.
the further north you go, it's more like authentic. It's more original. It's like they're using. It's like more like Shakespeare language. You know what I mean? The further north
Yeah.
you go, and the further south you go, it's like they're speaking less and less Somali, super basic, to the point where you're just like there's the wisdom is not there. So we're in us in the north, we're known for our poetry and our
Yeah.
literature, and we're very hard on the religion,
Yeah.
and also and the whole we were known for pan Somalism, what is called pan Somalism,
Yeah.
which is like uniting the Somali territories. And so
Yeah.
we were the first Somali territory to gain independence. Uh,
Yeah.
Somaliland was like the first country to gain independence in the Horn of Africa. Before Kenya, before Uganda, before Somalia, before Djibouti. But then we
Yeah.
decided, you know what? We're gonna unite the Somali people. So we decided to look for our brothers in the south. We said, hey, let's unite and let's erase these borders, these colonial borders, and let's just set up our own country and unite all Somali people under that country. But what happened was the brothers cheated us
Oh, really? How?
because when we united, we were supposed to share the government, Uh,
Yeah.
like like if the president is from the south, the vice president comes from the north, type of
Yeah, I
thing.
feel like
Or if the president comes from the north, the vice president comes from the south. So what they did was they took everything. They took the president, the vice president, they took the whole government, everything. And we're just like, bro, where are you
Yeah.
going? We united with you. We could have been our own country. We could have been doing our own thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you captured our land. You feel me? You didn't.
Yeah.
And so that kept going for a long time, and then there was some. Anyways, and then there was the. So what happened was in 1969, we got into this. We got involved in the issue between Palestine and Israel, and I feel like that was a mistake. We should have never got involved in that stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've heard you guys, like, I don't want to come
yeah.
off the wrong way, but people accuse Somaliland of being Zionist.
No, so that's a much more recent thing, But at that time, um, we were like the vice president was from Somaliland. He got up in the United Nations, and he got involved. He was like Palestine should be recognized, and at that time there weren't that many countries speaking for Palestine. And then within the same week, bro, you know what happened? A coup happened after he gave that speech, and and the president got shot, and they put up a man there like a puppet. Like what the same thing they do, your boys do. Anyways, that guy he came for the people of Somaliland. He waged a war on them, and that's when they decided, you know what, the whole union was a mistake. We're just gonna become our own separate country, and
Yeah.
then and then there and then there was the recognition part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so a lot of countries were like, the West were like, no, we're not gonna recognize you guys, and so now, you sometimes you have to do Ayub, like you were saying, right? Uh, you know how there is that, Somaliland is more Zionist stuff. You know how you just said that.
Yeah.
The reason why is because they're trying to gain recognition. You know what I mean?
Okay, makes sense, yeah.
And who has that recognition is the Zionists, right? And so they have to play it cool. They have to be good, They have to.
Wait, but like genetically, what's the difference between you and Somalia? Like Somali people, like you don't have this Somaliland
No,
and Somalia.
genetically,
Like,
we're
what's the
the same.
difference?
We're the same
Gen-
people.
so then, why are you guys splitting
نبدأ
up?
Well,
Yeah,
the reason,
I've heard they're like,
the whole reason why we're splitting up is geopolitics. You know what I mean? We weren't even supposed to be united in the first place.
yeah,
Technically, there were borders there, colonial borders. We went against what the Europeans put there, and the people that erased the border were the people of Somaliland, and they paid the price because, technically speaking, that country was not supposed to be the way it is right now. The country of Somalia was supposed to be uh, Somalia and Somaliland. That's how the Europeans wanted it. You know what I mean? And Djibouti. But we kind of
Yo,
went. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go, yeah? It's Maghrib, but
Go ahead.
I might be on later.
Mm.
What time is it for you?
Bro, I'm off tomorrow. It's like 2 a.m. for me.
Alright. You know Baba Shakur?
No, I don't, bro.
He's an Eritrean guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Fifi, have you seen him today? Is he on live?
no, I haven't seen him on live today. No,
Or does he have work today? Or
does he work?
I don't
I
even
thought
know.
no, listen, I thought he was unemployed.
I mean, no, I think he works because he isn't on when it's like nighttime in Perth. So I think he
What
works
time is it
during,
there?
it's like 11 a.m.,
No, I mean like for you.
7.
Oh, Maghrib, yeah.
7 a.m.
No, p.m.
Damn, bro, you're ahead of
It's Thursday
It's
night.
1 o'clock here.
you're a whole day ahead of me, bro.
Yeah, man. But yeah, he's usually like when it's like about 9 o'clock his time, 10 o'clock. He isn't on, so I think he has work. Like I always thought he
Yeah.
was unemployed, but
Yeah, me too. Because of like the amount of things he does online, like, you know.
nah, he's got to be.
Ayub, this is what I'm gonna
Yeah.
say to you, bro. One final thing. You, Somaliland, don't worry about Somaliland. They're playing their cards right. You know what I mean?
No, I
Uh,
get you. It's
you'll
just a
see.
political move, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see once that thing is settled and that recognition comes, you'll see them on your side, bro.
Yeah, I'm not emotional about this stuff here. I understand.
But yeah, but you guys, I gotta say, man, I like Eritrea. I like the president
Yeah.
of Eritrea. I like
Yeah.
him. I like what he's doing. A lot of countries don't
The
understand.
president, you like the president?
I like the president. That I feel like that's one of the most gangster, like
Okay, that's nice. Yeah,
presidents
nice.
in the whole continent of Africa.
You
Like,
can't be saying that.
why?
Okay, no, it's nice. It's okay. It's okay. He has his
No,
opinion.
no,
It's
no.
okay. No, it's
No,
nice.
no, J
No,
Money.
you
J
guys
Money.
probably. You know what?
Wait, do you know about the regime in Eritrea or no?
No, you know what I like about him though.
Wait, do you know about the regime in Eritrea?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's a lot I don't know about Richard, but I will say one thing. The only thing I like about him is his stance against, I feel like he got balls. The way he, the whole West and he's allies with Russia and stuff like that. I feel like, it takes guts to do that, and
Yeah.
Eritrea paid the price for because there are a lot of sanctions on the country.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's more of a gangster approach, and not many African. The only other African country that's doing that is Burkina Faso.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Eritrea, like the people there are oppressed. They're not doing well.
I know that
Yo,
part of it. I know, yeah.
we can talk about that another time, J Money.
Yeah.
We will for sure, man. But y'all gotta come on here, man. This is
Are you gonna be on later?
No, I'm gonna be here
Eritrea.
still. He's going to
والله
pray.
اسمع Eritrea is shit
yeah.
country.
Go
bro.
ahead, go to Maghreb, brother.
Allah.
Go to Maghreb,
كيف
brother.
Huh?
Because
Okay.
Isaias, bro, he thinks that he can run us and that's why.
Wallah, Isaias, bro. Wallah, if he leaves becoming a ruler, the country will be beautiful.
No, there'll be civil war.
There won't be
Yeah.
civil war.
There will.
Oh yeah, you, bro. Who are you, bro? Who are you to chat?
I'm
Are you
not gonna
Eritrean?
bail
Are
out
you-
your government.
Are you Eritrean?
Who?
What's this guy? It says Ayub there.
Yeah, he's Eritrean, bro.
Oh, he's Eritrean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Slimy.
I'm Eritrean myself, but like I just don't like Isaias, bro. Because my family had to flee the country.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I agree with you.
Wallah, my family had to flee the country because of Isaias.
Yeah. Are you Eritrean?
Yeah, I'm Eritrean, and we had to move to Sudan because,
Yeah, me too. Same thing with my family.
Where did you move to? Khartoum or Kasala?
Kasala.
That's it. You're Bini Amr, yeah?
No, I'm not Beni Amr. I'm Habab.
Habab.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So is everybody, Late J looks like she's like Liberian or something.
Wait, what? Are you Tigray? Where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, so I'm born actually in Asmara.
What did you
Oh. Are you? Are you Djibouti?
Yeah.
Oh, like Ayub.
Ayub, I think that's my cousin. I'm not too sure.
I think
Are you my
your
cousin?
voice sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds very familiar, yo one. Oh, Late J, are you Eritrean?
No, brother, I'm Somalian. I'm
Ah,
Somalian.
Somali متى وفي عنتي؟
وفي عنا ما شاء الله. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, wallahi. Me, I'm bilingual because I can speak French, I can speak Somali, I can speak Arabic.
I hear you, man. You you have good dialect too. Are you Muslim too or no?
Alhamdulillah, wallahi.
MashaAllah. Man, we have Eritrean Muslims on the panel. I have never seen
You know that
so
like
many.
50% of the country, yeah.
Some
Like,
all stars.
we're not a minority. We're like big.
No, I've never seen so many Eritrean Muslims in my life. I gotta.
No, like we're like not a minority. We're like big. Like there's like majority of the tribes in Eritrea are Muslim.
Yeah, but like the Muslim don't go like America, you know. They mostly in
Yeah,
the
they go
East.
to like Arab countries like Saudi and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You know, that's the thing.
yeah. No, that's. Hey, I don't know. I don't know much about Eritrea too. But I know very little about Eritrea. But I try to, I try to learn it from the Eritreans themselves. I
Yeah.
I try to ask as much, and I'm interested because I feel like you guys are gangsters. Your people.
Yeah.
I fucks with the Eritreans.
Yeah,
But I think you have that relationship with the Somali people too. So Somalis and Eritreans, they get along pretty well.
Somalis, Eritreans, and Sudanese, you know, they all get
Yeah,
along like that.
yeah.
But then even now, Sudan is bad.
Yeah,
Man,
Sudan, like what's happening with the RSF, it's just
Sudan
bad.
is getting cooked right now.
Yeah, wallah, wallah, wallah.
Oh,
No, but it's so disgusting. Like what they're doing in Sudan is disgusting.
But
These
you know what it is?
Janjaweed.
Like one party's trying to make a Western civilized, like we can
No, but
make
the
it
thing
like
is,
a
none of
Western
them are good.
country.
Like the SAF and the RSF, none of them are good. Like they've all done like
They all
atrocious.
done their deed, you know. They all done their
Yeah, yeah,
wrong.
exactly. Yeah.
But I
Sudan
think the
needs to
RSF topped it. The RSF is you know,
Yeah,
doing too
bro.
much now.
Bro, have you heard about Abu Lulu?
Yeah, Abu Lulu, Kusum Abu Lulu,
Yeah,
wallah.
wallahi, bro, Abu Khara, bro. He's disgusting.
Yeah, man.
he's just someone working for we
No,
know
but
who.
he.
You gotta understand, Sudan is going through the same thing the Libyans and the Somalis went through.
Yeah.
Uh, and most people focus on on the Sudanese people, but I focus more on I feel like there's a lot of foreign intervention
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
inter,
the UAE is funding the genocide
interference,
in Sudan.
I would say. And not only the UAE,
It's a proxy war. It's not a civil war. It's a proxy war.
it's a proxy war. Yes, it's not a
Yeah.
civil war. And so I feel like it's not only the UAE too. There are bigger powers behind the UAE, uh,
Yeah.
and that is the same thing. Libya went through,
Yeah.
Somalia went through, and I feel like even Eritrea uh, would have went through that, but I felt like that guy, he's doing, I
Yeah,
don't know,
no,
I don't know.
Cyrus doesn't do that. He'll kick out any rebel group, any radicalized group. He'll kick him out. He'll squash it.
Yeah, I feel like the president is just too smart for that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which is, you know,
No, but like with Somalia, do you believe that this is like a random topic, but like, do you believe that Somalia is becoming Arabized, like with the way they dress and stuff?
I mean, I wouldn't call it Arabized. I would call it more Muslim,
Yeah.
Islamic, tradition, Islamic culture. Uh, some might say that's Arab culture, but Somalis look at it like Islamic culture.
Yeah,
And
but like I've noticed like at weddings, like Somali people don't wear their like cultural attire, but like I wouldn't blame them because Somali like clothing, like I don't know how to explain it, but like you wouldn't expect somebody to wear that at like a wedding.
like,
But like
what do you
some,
mean? Like there's
like
there's
you know how they wear like I don't know how to I don't want to be like rude. Like
they
I don't want
wear
to be
dira. They wear dira.
no, not that one. The
But
men, like what the men wear.
the men, they wear khamis,
Yeah,
or
khamis. Yeah,
they wear suit.
yeah,
Some wear khamis, some wear suit. But it's a thing. Like it's like there's always that influence.
yeah,
European influence, Middle East influence. So it's but again, that's like the whole entire world.
yeah,
Most weddings, people wear suits, right? Which is
yeah,
like a European influence.
yeah,
And even throughout Africa, you see that a lot at weddings. Man is wearing suit.
yeah,
Uh, but I wouldn't call that. That's not a big deal.
yeah,
But we do still have some ancient culture.
yeah.
like but I would say like like for example, uh, the genital mutation. That's ancient culture.
Yeah.
That actually dates back to super ancient. That was like a pharaoh thing. That's how pharaohs used to do it. Like
Yeah.
even in ancient Egypt, that was a thing.
Yeah.
Uh, I know we used to have this thing around our neck. Like I don't know if that's still done, but back when I was growing up, you would have this thing. Where
Where in Somaliland did you grow up?
I grew up in Hargeisa, Burqa.
Or Hargeisa, yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, Hargeisa.
Yeah, yeah, I'm from Hargeisa.
Do you still
But
live like in? Do you still live there, or like where do you live now?
I go back a lot. I have my family there. I have my wife, my kids are there.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh, what the hell? Why are they not where you are? Why are they not with you?
I know. I like so we're more cultural. So I like want him to kind of grow up there, learn the language, you
Yeah.
know, learn the culture, the tradition, the religion, stuff like that, the basics. Over
Yeah.
here, I feel like they won't have time for that.
Yeah.
And
No,
they
you're
will
right.
be,
Yeah.
they will become more Western. And
Yeah.
I've seen it where kids that grow up here,
Yeah.
they're more Western. They
Yeah.
don't have like the cultural traditional values. They don't know. They can't even speak their language.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Like I'm having the same issue right now because I'm born in like a Western country. My
Yeah.
parents were born in Sudan, so I only know like Arabic. I have no connection with my culture, sadly. But it's right. But like you're right.
Yeah, it's different. Like it hits different when you know your language and you know your people and you know the land, and
Yeah.
and and you and you're connected to the motherland. It's really important. Like that's like the whole base,
Yeah.
of your entire life. And if you grow up outside like the Western countries,
Yeah.
it's hard to learn it when you're at an older age, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's easy like when you're born into it, like,
Yeah.
and that's what you know. Me personally, uh, I've seen a lot of, and plus, the Western education doesn't help too.
Yeah, the Western education, but it depends where you are actually. Because where I lived in Australia, the education wasn't really that bad. Like we had a lot of like resources to learn. But like I don't know how it is. Are you in America or like where are you?
Yeah, I'm in America. Yeah.
Yeah, the education system there is not that good. I've heard.
No, 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 no. They try to, I feel like it's more politics than
Yeah,
education. Like,
yeah,
you know, out here, like families are going through it. Like in school, they're teaching weird stuff nowadays. Um, that goes against our values.
yeah, like
Like,
LGBTQ and stuff.
yeah, and a lot of kids, even the whole society is different. It's crazy, yo. Like I see Somalis that are raised here. I see a grown man who's like 16 years old, and he doesn't know his language. He doesn't know his culture. He's very. I look at him like a little bit childish, but then you see a 9-year-old back home,
Yeah,
and he's like a grown man. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's you see him. A 9-year-old back home is working. He's working for his family. He's working for his mother. That's like a grown man. He's taking, he's taking care of things. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So they don't look at like it's very different. It's very very different.
yeah,
Here. Plus, I found out like uh you know when you grow up in Western countries, you become a lot softer,
yeah,
and because your environment and stuff like that. But when you grow up in the motherland, it's a lot more struggle. So that makes you tougher too. You know what I mean? That makes you mature earlier at a young age. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
become more grown and stuff like that. And I feel like that's the way. You know.
Yeah, I feel like when I went back home to Kassala, where I'm from in Sudan, like the children there are way more mature and they have like way more life experience at like such a young
Yeah.
age compared to like us here. We don't even have
Yeah.
to do that much stuff. We're just there sitting on our like devices, and these people are like farmers. They're farming
Yeah.
sheep, they're farming cattle, like at such a young age too. Like I like what, like 8, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the way. Like,
I don't know if in Somalia you guys heard cattle in Somalia, but yeah, here in Kassala they do that.
what was that?
Like in Somaliland, do you guys like herd sheep?
Yeah, we heard sheep, we heard camels, but but that's a thing like in the villages now.
Yeah.
But like if you're in the capital, you know, uh, you're not doing that. But
Yeah.
but my wife and kids are literally they're chilling. You know, they're in a big house. You know, they're plus when they come out here. The other thing is when they come out here, you know, the wife has to work and stuff like that, and she don't even
Yeah.
have time to raise the kids, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
and
I have to leave in a bit because I'm gonna go out and eat before I have to pray. I
yeah,
said,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, but like not now, not now. Like in a few minutes I have to leave, but like now I'll stay.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's even harder for the wife, you know, because
Yeah.
she has to work and stuff like that. I've seen
Wait, but why is she in why you know why didn't you choose to go to Somaliland?
what
Why didn't you choose to go to Somaliland?
she is in
Like stay there.
Somalia. She
No,
is in
why didn't you go? You.
me. Well, I have
Yeah.
to work for the family, you know. I have to support them. I have to send
Yeah.
money to them and stuff like that. And so they're chilling though. But right now he's with my boys. They're with their grandfather.
Yeah.
They're learning the
Yeah. That's
religion, the culture, the tradition,
yeah.
and every time I go to them, they're living the best life. You know.
MashaAllah. Yeah, the life there, I feel like even though like it comes with its hardships, it's way more peaceful than Western countries.
Wallahi, they're living life. They're living the best
Yeah,
life because
MashaAllah.
they're
Yeah,
not worried.
it's good. They're gonna thank you
Yeah.
one day.
No, wallahi, they're living the best life. I'm like, yo, like when and they're so smart and it's like I know it's like I go to him, I speak to him in Somali. I don't have to babysit the man. You know what I mean? He's already
Yeah.
experienced and he talks to me. He sits next to me and he talks to me like a grown man. And I tell him, yo, do this, and he does it. And it's like it's easier. Whereas, so I love it that way. But even for my wife, um, I see women all the time. They're 9 months pregnant. They're working. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are you working when you're 9 months pregnant, sister? But hey, I understand. It's hard. Out here, life is hard out here. It's expensive. They gotta, you know, do what they gotta do. This guy, I'm xenophobic. Is it a man or a female?
I don't know.
Wait, can you hear
You're
me?
hello,
Yeah, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Oh
Mashallah.
yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from America.
Ethnically American?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Are you Black American?
I would be considered Black American, yeah. I actually had a question. You said that you were from Somali.
Yeah, I'm Somali. Yeah.
I have a question, if you don't mind me asking, like in regards to the history of the people of Somali.
Mm.
I've heard different things from people from over here in America, online, that the Somali people that are in that region today,
Yeah.
is it true that they migrated there from like the Middle East and like Yemen, Oman, places like that, did they migrate into the present day Somali?
Bro, I've been answering this question all night. I understand it's a thing, but Somalis are indigenous to the Horn of Africa. So they come from the Cushitic people, the Cushitic tribe, uh, and it's not only them, but the Somalis, the Oromos, the Bejas, uh, the Afars. These are all considered Cushitic people. They are the indigenous people of the Horn of Africa. They are African as it gets. They speak African languages. So to say they migrated from the Middle East, no, that would be the people of Egypt and North Africa. Those Arabs that migrated from those uh, from the Middle East into Africa, they speak Arabic language. They come from Arabic tribes. But the Somalis in the Horn of Africa, they come from African tribes. Uh, they speak African languages, so they're not Arab. They're considered African. They're African, as African as it can get, brother. Does that
Mhm.
answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Yes. And so, but then in East Africa, we do have some mixture, like some tribes that are mixed. For example, in Eritrea, they would be mixed, half Middle East, half Cushitic or half African. Uh, in Eritrea, we have
Oh,
that.
what do you mean half Cushitic and half African?
No, I said half Middle Eastern, half
Oh,
Cushitic.
oh, okay.
So there would be half and half in Eritrea. In some parts of Ethiopia, although majority of Ethiopians are Cushitic, are Horn of Africans, indigenous people. But we do have some mixture there. Also within the Somalis, there's one big tribe that is also half and half. But majority of Somalis, like 80%, are indigenous. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And and then can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, I was going to ask. So, in regards to the religion, I know you said that the Cushitic people, they're all the way up there in Ethiopia, the Afar people down in
Yeah.
Somali. What are the religions the same? Because if I'm right, like what about the like Falashas and they're up in Ethiopia, and I know down in Somalia there's there's the Arab religions, and how does that work? Like,
So in East Africa, there are many different religions. Islam is like majority, number one. Christianity is like number two, and then there are some indigenous religions. Uh, but so the Somalis 100% are Muslims. So there is Ethiopia is mostly Muslim. Eritrea is mostly Christian. As far as the tribes, the Kushitics are mostly Muslim.
did that come from colonization, or are these the original,
No,
Muslims?
no. So there was some influence that comes from the Middle East, trade, Islam, the religion of Islam was it didn't come through colonization. I would say it depends on what you mean by colonization, but it was like some type of influence, religious influence that came from there. Whether we traded with these people a lot, so so Islam came to East Africa in its early stages, way before even Arabs accepted Islam. The Horn of Africans, uh, accepted Islam, and it's in Islamic history too. So uh, the Prophet Muhammad sent his followers to East Africa, and like and they came and we welcomed them. That was our first exposure, not the first, but that was the first, exposure to Islam. And they explained. We asked them many questions. They explained. They answered all the questions. Some of us accepted Islam right there and then during that time. A lot of us have accepted at a later time. Um, but that's how Islam came. There was no invasion. There was none of that. It was through trade and uh, and them just coming over and spreading the message that way.
Got it. Got it. So I mean, so like what you're saying, so they came over. Your people were there, but then there was also the people that came from, like you said, the Muhammad,
Yeah,
his followers.
the followers Muhammad. Yeah.
Now, do you have any information if those Muhammad followers or Muhammad was he quote unquote dark skinned black, or what do you think of
Yeah,
that?
he was more dark skinned. Yeah.
Yeah, so those people there, those are Ottomans and stuff that are.
No, they were Arabs, but but they came to the land and they said, "Hey, there is a prophet." They told us about it, and we're like, "Well, what's this prophet?" And they had a message from him concerning us. And we sat down, we listened to them. They told us. We asked as many questions as we could, and they told us. And some of us accepted the religion during that time. A lot of us did. I know a lot of us Somalis did. Uh, and then the religion the message just kept spreading. More and more of us became Muslim, and that's pretty much how we became Muslim. But there
Mhm.
was no like Arab invasion or anything like that. It was mostly trade. Uh, and as far as I'm aware, the Prophet even told the Arabs to not invade East Africa.
Okay.
And so there was no military, as far as we never. It was actually the East Africans that invaded Arabia or the Middle East. Uh, and that's a prior history. And the Quran even talks about that. There's a whole chapter of the Quran talking about East African invading the Middle East, conquering uh, Arabia and the Kaaba and Saudi Arabia and all of that. But it was never the Arabs conquering East Africa. Does that
Got it.
make sense?
Yeah, yeah, I follow you. I follow you. So in East Africa today, we see you said the Cushitic people, and I followed you. You mentioned all the way from like the Afar people all the way down to the Horn.
The
What?
Oromo people. So
Yeah.
Cushitics consist of many different people. The Somalis, the Oromos, the Bejas. The Bejas go all the way to Sudan.
Mm-hmm.
The Bejas, the Agawa people. So they're all of those are considered in Cushitic people, and Cushitics are African. They're one of the oldest African uh, tribes in the continent of Africa, one of the oldest tribes. Uh, they 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 are even older than the Arabs.
Mm-hmm. So
And yeah,
what's the relationship between the Cushitic people and what are the other people that are? I know that is it the Nilotic? They have a long.
yeah, yeah. The Nilotics, the Bantus, uh, uh, and and uh, and the Europa and the Nubians. These are the original tribes of the African continent. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
These are
who?
the indigenous tribes of the African continent. All those tribes we just mentioned the Nubians, the Europa, and the Igbos, the Nilotics, the San people, the Kushitics. These are the original tribes of the African continent, the indigenous tribes. And so they just live in different places of the African continent. The Kushitics are on East Africa. The Europas are more central. The Sans are more South Africa. The Nubians are like in the Sudan area. The Bantus come from West and Central Africa. Does that make sense?
I never heard of Europia. What are the Europia?
Europa are Nigerians.
Oh, Europe. Oh,
Europe,
okay.
Europa. Yeah, different people pronounce it different. Yeah, Europa, Igbos, they're more like in Nigeria area. But each tribe is, like the Kushitics are the indigenous of the Horn of Africa and East Africa. Each tribe is indigenous to somewhere in the African continent. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean when you mention the Igbo and the Yoruba, I've heard from different Yoruba people that they say they migrated into West Africa. They aren't originally from they migrated there from where they say the Middle East. That's what I've heard from them.
Well, some because the Middle East, you got to understand the Middle East was a continent, and the Middle East and the African continent were one continent at one time. There was an earthquake that happened, that formed the Red Sea, and so later at a later time they became like two different continents. But if you go back far enough, they were once one continent where you could cross over, just walk over to the other side. Uh, but that earthquake and that split and the formation of the Red Sea pretty much prevented people from walking from one side to the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you go back far enough, it was one continent and people were able to travel from like Africa to the Middle East. And so these people just kept going back and forth. And even a lot of the Arabs that are in the Middle East, they have African descent or African ancestry. Because what happens is, for example, the languages that are spoken in that part of the world, in the Middle East, the Hebrew language, the Semitic languages, and the languages that are spoken in that part of the world, they originate from the African continent.
Mm.
That's why they're called Afro-Asiatic languages, because they originate from the continent of Africa. Does that make sense?
Interesting. So what happened? So those people that are in the Middle East today,
Yeah.
they are because I've read like I know that's a lot of Ottoman admixture or the Seljuks or the whatever. That's why they look like
Yeah.
that's why they look like that today. But they
Yeah.
do have that African ancestry, like you said. It's just there was a lot of mixing with their
Yeah.
slurs.
Yeah, a lot of mixture with the Yemenis. The Yemenis are different. So there's different between the Arabs of the Middle East and the Arabs of Yemen.
Oh, say that again.
So there are difference between the Arabs of like Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, uh, those countries, those
Hmm.
Gulf countries. There are difference between those Arabs and the Arabs of Yemen.
Okay.
The Arabs of Yemen are more ancient.
Yeah, because they you're saying they mix less than the ones in the Saudi and those
No,
other
no,
places.
let me explain. They mix less, but they're also older than those Arabs. They're more ancient than those Arabs. Uh, the Yemenis have always been there. They're called the Shem. Well, have you ever heard the word Shem
Yeah, from the Bible.
from the Bible? So the the Shem that the Bible is talking about are the Yemenis, are the modern day Yemeni people. That's where they lived. So, but what happened was the people in the Middle East, the Gulf countries, uh, they are called, they are the descendants of Abraham. That's why the religions are called Abrahamic religions, right?
Right.
But the people of Yemen are not Abraham. They don't come from Abraham. Those people in the Middle East come from Abraham. So the Hebrews, for example, the JWs, the Jews, and the Arabs in that part of the world, they come from Abraham. And they're brothers in that way. And they speak Arabic, they speak Hebrew. And so you just got to understand the story of Abraham. So Abraham, a lot of historians say they don't know what he was, like his identity. But here's the trick. Abraham, he was, we believe the man was Cushitic. And the reason why we believe that is because the language he spoke was very similar to our language. And even they say that Africa, that language originates from Africa, the language that Abraham spoke. So he had two kids. One was Ishmael, and the other one was Isaac. Ishmael was born in Saudi Arabia. At that time, it was desert. Him and his mother, and there was a tribe that came from Yemen that were walking by, and they were looking for water, and that's where they found water, where Ishmael and his mother were, and so they populated that area. They mixed with each other, and so that's how they became Arabs. But they come from two different. Because this Ishmael, this boy, he comes from this man who's called Abraham, who is not from Yemen, but he grew up with this tribe who are from Yemen. And so his descendants mixed in with those people. That's how they all became Arabs, but they came at a later time. I'm not sure if I'm making sense to you, bro. Are you following me? Have you lost me?
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
And so, but we believe Abraham, he was black, he was African, and his descendants, they speak languages that are very similar to the African language. They have a lot of similarity between the languages that are spoken, that his descendants speak, and the languages that Africans speak. And they say those languages originate from East Africa. That's the bottom line.
Interesting, man. Interesting. It's a. I mean, y'all got a very deep history. It's an interesting. I mean, I try to, I dabble in it, just to.
Yeah, and I like, you're people of knowledge. You're asking the right questions. You're trying to find out. But by talking to the people from that land, you like, for example, if I want to learn about Chinese history, I'm not gonna go ask a European. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask the Chinese. You feel me? Because the Chinese man would know more about China than a British man.
Correct.
So you're right, man. And what I'm saying is that part of the world. There's a lot of history there, and sometimes it's easy to confuse things. You hear Afro-Asiatic people, you hear Afro-Asiatic languages, and many people, because when they hear stuff like that, they think, oh, these people are Arabs. For example, when you look at Somalis, you'll see they will say, "Oh, the language Somali is an Afro-Asiatic language," and so they're like many West Africans would say, "Oh, that you see when it comes from the Middle East." You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is, if you do a research on Afro-Asiatic languages, they originate from East Africa. And so my point is, the people in East Africa are more ancient than the people in the Middle East. So there's no way that the people in East Africa can come from the Middle East. And historians and scholars would say people in the Middle East actually, and the languages spoken there come from East Africa. Because common sense will tell you that East Africans are more ancient than the people of the Middle East.
Do the people in the Middle East accept that their language comes from East Africa?
So it doesn't matter like what they accept and what they don't. It's just if you like, there's that the scholars and the historians that did the research. That's what they say because because those languages that are spoken in East Africa are more ancient than the languages spoken in the Middle East, and the languages that are spoken in the Middle East have a lot of similarities to those languages. For example, East Africans use letters like a, ka, ha, you know, and those same letters are in are used in those languages spoken in the Middle East. Um, and so it's just anthropologists, historians, scholars that did that research. They say, that those languages originate from East Africa. It would make sense because no matter where you look, if you look at science, if you look at historians, even if you look in the Bible, even if you want to be biblical, we can go biblical too. Bible will tell you that there was a kingdom of called that's called Babylon, right? Are you a Bible guy?
Yeah, I dabble in the Bible,
Let's
all the books.
let's go with the Bible, since it's ancient. Uh, Bible tells you there's the kingdom of Babylon, right? You hear of Nimrod. Have you ever heard of Nimrod?
Yeah, I know of Nimrod.
You know of Nimrod. Do you know his father? His father's name? His father's name was Cush. Nimrod was the son of Cush. Okay? So that's the key word. Abraham, he was of those people. He came from those people. So technically, we would say Abraham was a Cushitic man because you have Cush, you have his son, you have Babylon, you have a Cushitic kingdom, you have Cush kingdom, and you have Abraham. Okay, Abraham has two sons now. His sons Jacob, his sons Isaac and Ishmael. Abraham speaks a Cushitic language. The languages his sons speak is very similar to the language he spoke, which is very similar to the language that Cushitic people speak. It is all in the same branch. It's all in the same family. It is considered Cushitic or Afro-Asiatic languages. So, I mean, if you, it's all about connecting dots, I would say. Um, so if you play around with it, but do those people accept that? No. But then again, if you ask them what the identity of Abraham was, they would not be able to tell you his identity. And so, But one thing is for sure, Abraham had a wife, and that wife was black, and um, also that's for sure. Her name was, you know her name. I'm not gonna tell you her name. But anyways, that's the Middle East. I subscribe to the idea that those people come from us, they have African ancestry, and their languages are very similar to the African languages. They're not similar to any other languages, and so our languages that we speak in Africa are more ancient than the languages that are because they came at a later time. And so since their languages are very similar to ours, and they come from us. But I also believe the people have African ancestry. That being said, that's the Middle East. But I can tell you, my friend, that there are African tribes, indigenous African tribes, and we come from those indigenous African tribes. Now, there are a lot of people that don't know their ancient history, and not everybody knows their ancient history. There are a lot of Black Americans that would, that would say I'm Viking, right? I've seen some saying I'm Irish. You'll have a lot of Somalis that would say I'm Arab. Does that mean they're Arab? No. Does that mean they have identity crisis? Probably yes. But when you do the research, that is the conclusion you will come to, which is like what I'm telling you right now. If you listen to scholars, historians, if you even do a quick Google search, you know. But now you know a lot about East Africa, way more than you should.
Yeah, I mean, again, y'all. I mean, it's an interesting history. Africa in general, the East African history, the migrations, all that. I have a liking towards it. Just wanted to know a little bit more about it.
Yeah, man. Well, I hope he mean half Asian, African, I guess. This guy, he's Eritrean. So you gotta understand, when you're talking to East Africans, you have to know who you're talking to, because there are tribes that are mixed. So, for example, the Amhara tribe from Ethiopia, they're mixed. My brother here, Vibes, from Eritrea, they're half Semitic, half Cushitic, meaning half black, half Middle Eastern. And so, if you ask them, they will tell you, no, no, we're Semitic. Or they might say, we're Semitic. So there's a lot of that. When you go into Central Africa, you will see that less and less. You know, that admixture, because the Horn of Africa is like the door to the African continent. You have Asia right there. You have the Middle East right across. You have Europe. So everyone who's coming into Africa have to deal with the East Africans and the Horn Africans. And so there would be a lot more, how do I say it?
A lot more mixing between the East
A lot
Africans.
more. Yeah, a lot more mixing between East Africans and those people coming from those continents, especially the Middle East, which is very close to East Africa. And so, but the further you go into the African continent, the further you go away from like the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean, the further you go into those landlocked countries, the less admixture you'll see.
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of the confusion comes from. Because when you look, if people don't have the understanding that you just broke down, they'll look at East African and see that some of them, because I know there's dark skinned
Yeah,
people all over East Africa, but when you look
yeah,
and you'll see lighter people, they'll be like, oh, those are different people, not understanding that there was just a lot of mixing.
yeah, yeah. So, for example, say uh, this brother is mixed. He's half and half, right? Say I mix in with him. What does that make me?
I mean, it would make you the same. It would make
It'll,
your
it'll make me mixed too, you know? So it's like there's a lot of that happening in East Africa where we have tribes that are mixed and then they're mixing in with the other tribes and then it's like this bunch of, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
bunch of 5%ers, bunch of 10%ers, you know? But 90% African, 5% here, 5% somewhere else. You know what I mean? But does that mean they're not African? If
Yeah.
if someone is 90% African, brother, but 10% mixture, does that make them not African?
No, they would be African.
So for example, you have a lot of black people, right? They're 80% black, 90% black, but they're like 10% European. Does that make them European? Doesn't that make them black still?
Yeah,
If
they would be black.
yeah, so there's something like that. Um, but then we have a lot of that admixture going on, and it's because of our location and
Yeah,
where we are in the African continent. There's not much we can do about that. if
exactly.
if
And that's where all the back, because like again, if they don't have that understanding that there was a lot of people coming in, again,
yeah,
somebody that just looks and sees, well, you guys look a little different than the people on the west side of Congo or whatever. You would
yeah,
just think, oh, they're not African, but that's not the case.
no, they're tripping. And again, I don't know much about West Africa. They would know that more than I do. But then the problem is they act like they know more about East Africa than us,
Mm,
which is very ignorant. You know what I mean? It's like me, you're Black American, right?
yeah,
I come from East Africa, right? It's like me trying to tell you Black American history. Does that make sense?
not at all.
I come from East Africa, bro. You know, like this is your people. You've been
Yeah, I
here for
do. I do
centuries.
see that a lot on here, like the East Africans and Africans, like and then the West Africans trying to tell, oh,
Yeah,
you
no,
got
that's very ignorant. That's very ignorant, bro. You will not see that in the white tea people. One thing I learned about them, bro, when they want to find out something, they go to the people of the land. For example, if they want to find out anything about East Africa, they're not gonna go to the Arabs. They're not gonna go to West Africa. You know what I mean? They're gonna come to you and they're gonna ask you questions. And they want to say, hey, we're interested in this. We want to know more about this. But they ask the people of the land. You know what I mean? If they want to learn about China, that's what they'll do. If they want to learn about West Africa, they'll go to the West Africans. And that's how you're supposed to do it. You know what I mean? That is how, because common sense, if someone lived in that land for millions of years or thousands of years, do you think you're just going to do a quick Google search and all of a sudden you know more about their land and their history and
yeah. That's
everything?
that's a huge problem right now. Google, man, and people telling it's a huge problem right now.
Yeah, that's very ignorant. No, you just gotta learn, man. You just gotta, like sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know too. Like you don't have to know everything, bro. People act like they know everything and they're smart. Bro, there's no one that knows everything. There's no one. Even Jesus didn't know everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. It's okay because you're not supposed to know everything. No one is perfect.
Well, I gotta go, brother, but it was good talking to you.
Hey, same here, bro. I gotta dip out of here. That guy, he went to sleep. So, hey, you should come out. You should come around more often, bro. You're a brother of knowledge.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Have a good one, man.
All right.